All right, so we are starting Ready Reading Lesson 1. First, we need to go over some vocabulary, this is also on Google Classroom under that same Ready Reading Lesson 1. Okay, eyes up here. Ready? 5, 4, eyes are on the board. 3, Elian. 2, thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Bo. 1, thank you, Emma. Mohammed. Thank you, Noah. Okay. So our first vocabulary word would be topic. So topic is what we're focusing on today. So what a passage is about. So when you're reading something, the whole thing is about one thing or one or two things, okay? So for example, if you were given a page to read about vegetables, vegetables could be a topic. Eyes over here. Or dogs and cats. Okay, so now let's talk about the main idea. So main idea is a little bit different from topic. It's more specific, okay? Thomas, eyes over here. Thank you. So the main idea is the important idea about the topic. So it's the topic and then a little bit more. Eyes over here. What the text says about the subject. So there's the topic, and then there's what the whole thing is telling you about the topic, okay? So like in the last one, topic could have been vegetables, but the main idea is vegetables are healthy. Okay, so see how one is more specific than the other? Elian, eyes over here. Thank you. Okay, so if we were to read a text about dogs and cats, the topic could be dogs and cats, but the main idea could be dogs and cats make good pets. Okay? So details. So a detail is anything that is, eyes up here, a fact, an example, any evidence, Thomas, or any other information about the topic / main idea, okay? So we're focusing on main idea and using details from the reading or from the text. Okay, the key details are anything that helps you explain the main idea. Okay, I think there's one more. So now support. So you can think of support, so like I support you during math, or I support you during reading. But support is also in writing and reading is to show that something is true. So you're going to use key details to support the main idea. Okay? Yes, Dylan? Okay, here's the tissue. Yes. Make sure you keep your Ready Reading book out. Okay. Now, oops, that's not it. So now I'm going, where is it? Oh, it's on my Clever. Okay, so get your Ready Reading books out and flip to page 10. Page 10. Ready Reading book, page 10. Elian, page 10. The Ready Reading book. Ready Reading. Page 10 and 11. We're starting on page 10. Page 10. It's page 10, Dylan. If it says the number 10, it's that page, okay? Okay, so first let's watch a video that will help us to understand main ideas and details in informational text. So an informational text is anything that's giving you information about like science or the news or the media. Okay, let me find the video. Sorry, level E. Where is it? Find main ideas and details. Hello, do you need me? Yeah. Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, for going quietly. Maybe I just need a cookie. No, that's fourth grade. Oh my goodness, why is this taking me so long? Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's watch this quick video. Yes. So put it in your backpack, Thomas. Okay, that's not your job. Dylan. Okay, so let's work together through this. Ready? Eyes up here. Okay, so we're reading The Mystery of the Frozen Man. Okay, on September 19, 1991, I thought this had. On September 19, 1991, a couple vacationing on the Ötztal Alps spotted the body of a man frozen in ice. His skin appeared brown and leathery. He was incredibly thin, as if his skin had dried and shrink-wrapped itself around his bones. Here's a picture. Several days passed between the discovery of the body and it removed from the ice. A few days later, the body was freed from the ice and sent to Austria to be examined. Officials assumed that the unfortunate man was a hiker who'd died in an accident and been trapped in the glacier for a few years. Mysterious collection of objects had been found around the mummy. The items included not only an axe, but also bits of fur and leather, a small dagger with a stone blade, and the remains of a crude leather shoe stuffed with grass. What were these things? Okay, so some of the objects found with Ötztal, the Iceman, include A, an axe made of wood, B, hay stuffed shoes, C, a hat covered with bear fur, D, leggings made of goat skin. Whoa. Okay, so which clue showed that the frozen body was older than it appeared? Objects found around the body included a knife with a stone blade, put it away. Or the body was incredibly thin and the skin was brown and leathery, or a couple on vacation in the Alps found the body frozen in ice. So which of these details is a clue that the frozen body was older than it appeared? Noah?
The second one.
This one, the body was incredibly thin and the skin was brown and leathery. Does everybody agree? The first one, objects found around the body included a knife with a stone blade. We know they were used a long, long time ago. Can you still use these now?
Yeah, you can.
You can if you make one,
Yeah.
or if you buy one. You can still buy a blade made of stone. Okay, so what about the body was incredibly thin and the skin was brown and leathery?
Well,
If the skin is brown and leathery, is your skin leathery? No. So if the body was thin, so thin that you can just see the bones, it doesn't have any muscle, it doesn't have any veins, it's just the skin was brown and leathery and all the way to the bone. Because that's a detail that was over here. So let's go with that one.
I had to learn.
Good. Okay, so what did officials find with the body? Tap the sentence with the word mysterious. You find mysterious? Here it is. Okay, officials found a mysterious collection of objects around the body. The objects including that went too fast. Okay, so now let's try it again. So Bo, you said the first one? Okay, so let's go with that one. Yes, Mohammed? Correct. So Bo, you were correct. Pencil? Okay, so we're going to use clues like that, details like that to find the main idea, okay? So now, let's go to the page. Open Sesame. Okay, so our learning target for today, ready? Okay, start reading the learning target to yourself. And then we'll read it together, page 10. Learning target right here. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, we're reading. Reading, finding main ideas and details, page 10. Okay, so learning target, ready? We're figuring out the main ideas of a text and the key details supporting them is necessary for understanding the text. So if I'm not focused on the text, so the text is anything that has words, anything you can read as text. So we need to focus on key details to find the main idea so we can understand the text, okay? Okay, so next part. Read. A topic is what a passage is about. A main idea is an important idea about the topic. Short passages usually develop just one main idea. So here we have a short passage. So how many main ideas should we have here? Just one. Good. Long passages often have two or more main ideas. Thomas, following along. A passage's details are the facts, examples, and other information stated in the text. Key details are details that help explain the main idea. Okay, so let's read together page 10. Look at the picture. What do you think we're going to read about? The moon, okay? All right, let's see. I know I had, never mind. Okay, so finger on at. At. Thank you, Dylan. Finger on at. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay, get closer to your desk, Emma. Thank you, Noah. Finger on at. Put your finger. Okay, ready? I want to hear the class with me. Begin. At some point in your life, you probably looked up, gazed at the moon, and studied it in wonder. Throughout time, the moon was inspired many people. In 1901, Ludwig van Beethoven composed a piano piece called Moonlight Sonata. Later, in 1889, Vincent van Gogh painted The Starry Night. In this painting, swirls of white and yellow create a halo around the moon. In 2011, Marilyn Singer wrote a book called A Full Moon is Rising about how people all over the world celebrate the moon. The next time you gaze upon the moon, maybe you'll be inspired by it too. Okay? Okay, anything you want to talk about? Okay, we read aloud. We read about Ludwig van Beethoven. We read about Vincent van Gogh. And we read about the moon, right? Okay, so now let's look over on page 11. Okay, page 11, please. Page 11. So now you're going to need your pencil in your hand and we're going to start writing, okay? So think, consider what you read about main ideas and key details in the main idea organizer. Below, write down one sentence from the passage you think states the main idea. So we're going to look back at the reading about the moon, and we're going to find the one sentence that states the main idea. Okay, so let's look at the first sentence. Ready? Also, then write down two key details that develop the main idea. So the first key detail is that Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata was composed in 1801. This is a detail, not a main idea. So this is not an option for here, okay? Yes, Bo. Okay, so what sentence are you thinking? So everybody's looking back over here. Everybody's looking back over here. Throughout time, the moon has inspired many people. Okay, so we know it talks about the moon. We know it talks about people. Does it talk about mostly? Put the cup away. Thank you. Does it talk about people being inspired by the moon?
Yeah.
So do we think that's a good main idea?
Yeah.
Is it the topic plus supporting the main idea?
Yes.
Okay, let's write it down. Ready? Main idea. So you're writing down the sentence exactly how it is. So throughout time, so quotation marks because we're pulling it straight from the text. Writing through. If I'm writing, you are writing. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Emma, for getting ready. throughout time, comma. Thank you, Alejandro. The moon has inspired many people. Period, quotation marks. Okay, now we have that down. Next, we have an example of a key detail that supports that this is true. So we need to find two more details that supports that this is the main idea of the text. Okay, so the first one was Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata was composed in 1801. So what is another detail in the story that tells us that people have been inspired by the moon? Go back to your page 10, underline it, and then raise your hand once you think you found another key detail. Mohammed?
I found one, but I don't feel it. Me too. It says, later in 1889, Vincent van Gogh
Yeah.
painted the Starry Night in this swirl of white and yellow created halo around the moon in 2011.
Around the moon. Stop right there. Okay. Does this talk about a person being inspired by the moon? Is there a person? Vincent van Gogh?
Yeah.
Is it whatever he did, does it have to do with the moon?
Yeah.
Yep, so that is another key detail. Beautiful. Okay, let's write it in. So in 1889, comma, the artist, make sure you don't write too big because these bubbles aren't that big. The artist Van Gogh, it looks like it's spelled, it sounds Gogh, but it's supposed to go. Vincent van Gogh painted, Elian, write down. The Starry Night with a halo around the moon. With a halo around the moon. Period. Okay, once you have that written, then start looking for your third key detail. Okay, start looking for the next detail. You start looking for your third detail, and then we'll be done with our ready reading books. You need a step through.
I know one.
Okay, Mohammed, what's the next one you think?
In 2011, Barely Seeker wrote a book called A Food is Rising about how people all over the world celebrate the moon.
Perfect. Okay, so in 2011, Marilyn Singer wrote a book called A Full Moon is Rising about how people all over the world celebrate the moon. Is that a person that's inspired by the moon?
Yeah.
Perfect. That is another key detail that supports our main idea. Okay, let's write it in. You don't have to write exactly the whole thing, but make sure you get like the sentence. So in 2011, comma, Marilyn Singer wrote a book called A Full Moon is Rising. Full moon is rising. I need to see everybody's pencil busy. All of it? Okay. About people around the world celebrating the moon. Period. Celebrating the moon. Okay. All right. So now let's look back at our learning target on the board over there. So today I will use key details in the story so that I can find the main idea of the story. Did we do that?
Yes.
Okay, so were we successful today?
Yes.
Yes, we were. Beautiful. Okay, any questions?
What time is it?
11:45. Okay, I'm going to start reading. I'm going to start a class reading. So good job. Go ahead and put your books away. Tomorrow we will do page 11 and 12, or 12 and 13.